Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A. It's July 4th and I'm at Lowe's checking out their newest plant inventory. Alright guys, so they finally got some coneflowers, and these are the powwow variety. I have these in my yard and these do really well. As you know, coneflowers love full sun and they don't like wet feet, but they do like to stay moist. I also have the wild berry, I think, and that one's more of a reddy pink or more of a magenta pink, but they only seem to have the powwow white here today. I was literally here last week and there was no coneflowers, but they brought in these white guys right here, and as I come in right here you can see it's really nice, a nice creamy white. Powwows, these are hardy from zones 3 and these grow somewhere between 16 to 20 inches tall. They're an upright perennial, guys. I think a lot of us love coneflowers. We all have them in our yards. They have them in orange and white and yellow and pinks, and they all are amazing. So that is new since the last time I've been here. They have this beautiful phlox here. This particular one here is from Proven Winners, and this guy here is a really nice magenta pinky red color, and it doesn't have the typical Proven Winners tag. It just has a marker, and it's a 2-quart. It says Phlox Luminary Ultraviolet. So I'll put it on the screen when I figure out what it is, but it's really nice. Phlox do like full sun, and I don't know if this particular variety is, but I know that some phlox don't like to be watered overhead because they're susceptible to powdery mildew. But these are new since the last time I was here. And also, just to remind you, this powwow here was $7.98. I don't think I remember mentioning the price, but it's $7.98 here at Lowe's in a 2-quart. These guys are new. This is the variegated feather reed grass. This is an ornamental grass that blooms in the summer and the fall. It requires full sun and it is hardy to zone 3. This one here is actually on sale apparently. They have a 4th of July sale. This is going to be 2 for $24. Right there's a sign. And let me see what the size is. It looks like it's going to be a 1.5 or a 2 gallon. Yeah, 1.5 gallon. Let me know if you have this grass in your yard and how it does. Again, it's the variegated feather reed grass. Also new since I've been here the last time is this really nice pretty hybrid lily. This one looks like it might need to go in the house anyway. It looks like one of those forest lilies. It says highlight, so you know usually when it says highlight it knows it can actually do well in the house. And this guy is going to be $14.98. And it says it requires highlight. The temperature should be above 40 degrees and that you need to be watered once or twice a week. Really nice lily. Really pretty. Also new since I've been here is really pretty guy here. This is going to be an annual. This is the Agapanthus. This guy is going to be $12.98. This also can be like on your patio, covered patio, or inside of the house. And it says it also requires high light. These definitely won't be able to sustain the really hot temperatures because they're already waning here and they just got here. And they also definitely won't be able to sustain our cold winters, guys. So this is a beauty. Really nice for a container as well. They've also got some Calla lilies here as well. These really nice white, creamy white Calla lilies. These are also marked as being a high light plant. So it says it's uniquely elegant Calla lily for $14.98. And I think also this is what happens whenever you see these nice containers here, what's considered nice and not just a regular old black pot, even though there is a black pot in there, you're gonna get charged a little bit extra than if you just had the regular black pot. But I really like these. You know, I have a yellow one here in my yard, and I have the Captain Solo, and I was so happy to see that it came back and did really nice. It's actually almost done blooming, and it looks really nice, guys. Let me know if you have this particular Calla lily in your yard. people go nuts for the monstera, guys, and I don't have one monstera in my yard, guys. I think it's because it's mostly a house plant, and I'm not really big on house plants too much. I have a couple of house plants in the yard, but nothing to really, talk about. But this guy is a beauty. I can't deny this is really, really pretty, guys. Let me know if you have this. And also, what I know about them is not only they're pretty, people go nuts for them, but they are quite expensive. This guy here is going to cost you a whole $60, guys. This is three $20 bills for this guy here. Let me know if you have this in your yard or in your home and how it does. They have another type of phlox here. This one here is this really nice, pretty pink. This is Sweet Summer Queen phlox by Monrovia. This is a perennial, a full sun plant that is hardy to -30. Let me know if you have this beauty in your yard. They must have gotten a really big shipment of phlox, because here's another one. Here is the Bright Eyes phlox. This one is going to be $7.98. This is the Lowe's brand, and these are going to be 2 for $10. This guy here, the Bright Eyes phlox, is hardy to zone 3, and as usual, phloxes require full sun. So really, really nice, pretty pink. All right, we've got some more phlox out here. Here, this one is from Proven Winners. This one here is the Sunset Coral. This is going to be $13.48, and it is hardy to -40. Really, really nice. All right, we've got some more from Monrovia. This one here is the Sweet Summer Fantasy Phlox. This is a perennial, a full sun phlox right here. These are actually on sale, like I think I mentioned it earlier. These are going to be 2 for $15 in a 2-quart. And I really like phlox. I have quite a bit of them in my yard, and they do really, really well. And most of the phlox that I actually have were actually from Monrovia. So this is actually not a bad deal. As you can see, the pollinators love them. They love full sun, and they bloom really, really nicely in my garden. I don't see too much else for new inventory. All these guys here I'm showing you right now, these are all annuals that have been here for a while. We've got vincas and portulacas, Gerber daisies, sun patience, coleus, all types of plants, lantanas. So those are definitely not new. So I'm going to do one more sweep and see what else I can find, and then we will wrap it up. All right, guys, so I just passed the clearance rack, and I see they have a few things. Doesn't look like much, but sometimes when it doesn't look like much, you might end up finding a jewel in here. So first up, they have a lot of coleus. They have the Lowe's brand coleus that was usually $8.48. That would be $4. This guy here. And then they have some of the Proven Winners. This one here is the Sedona Blaze for $6.48. I know a lot of folks don't really bother to buy annuals on clearance, but for certain plants it's worth it, especially for a plant that you can bring in the house after it gets cold. And this plant is quite easy to propagate as well. So this one being $6.48 will end up costing you $4. This guy being $8.48 will also be $4. And they also have some more of the Proven Winners coleus. This guy here is Color Blaze, and this one again is Mini Me Chartreuse, gonna be $6.48, end up being $4. They have a couple of succulents here by the Oasis brand, nothing to talk about really. But these guys here are, don't see the price here, but only have 3 right there. And then they have a bunch of annual dahlias here from the Monrovia brand. Now I don't know if this is actually going to come back, but these are $8.48, which means that they're going to end up being $4. Dahlias here are, they may or may not come back based on the variety, because I know that they are hardy from zones 8. I'm in zone 8. Mine do come back, but the ones that say come back, actually say perennial. These are marked as annual, so I really don't know the difference of it is, but they're here at my Lowe's. They've got a few Calypso oleanders here. As you know, this is a annual here for me in Georgia, unless I bring it inside the house. It is a poisonous plant. It's $17.98, which means it's going to be half off if you decide to get this clearance plant. They've got a spirea here. This one here is the Bridal Wreath spirea. I don't have any spireas in my yard. This one here is a full sun plant, and it is hardy to zone 4. It grows 6 feet by 4 feet. I think these I don't even know. I think I read something about them only bloom in the summer, but don't quote me. I don't know anything about spirea. But they do have one here that's going to end up being only $10, guys. $10 for a 2.25 gallon plant is a steal. Next up, they have a kaleidoscope abelia. I got these on clearance the other day as well. And these are already doing great, guys, in the yard. I love them. I have the Canyon Creek and I have the Rose Creek, and I just recently got these, so I'll definitely give a report on how these do. This is in a 3 gallon, and this is only oh wow, a 3 gallon, and it's only going to be $10, guys. They also have some blueberries. I got my blueberry plants here too. They have the Hello Darlin', and this one here is what gallon is this? I think it's in a 2.5 quart, and they don't look that bad, guys. They really don't look that bad. All they need is a little bit of water. They need to be trimmed back, and they need to get out of this pot because blueberries roots, they grow horizontally, so they need more space to kind of do well, and they also like acidic soil. So when I plant blueberry, I put a lot of peat moss in my containers, but they have them right here. They also have some Veronicas, which I picked up the other day too. This one is the Magic Show White Wands from Proven Winners. These are $13.48, which means you're going to spend $7. They've got a whole bunch of Amazing Daisies Banana Cream too by Proven Winners. There's one rack right here, and there's another rack. These guys, I have them in my yard, so I have no business buying any of these. These do amazingly well in my yard. They're usually $13.48, but you're going to end up spending $7 for a 2 quart. Now, the problem with these is that it just needs to be cut back, guys. What I would do if I was going to buy these, I will cut it back down to here. You see this new guy down here trying to come out? All these new things down here, they're trying to come out, but they can't because you have to cut this out, right? So these are not a goner, guys. You can save so much money. I know it's tempting to walk away from this because you're thinking it looks awful, but this is actually a gem, guys. You save so much money. If you buy 3 of these, you're really only spending $21 versus buying 3 at full price. So I can definitely vouch for these guys because they're in my yard. They've got some pink profusion salvia by Proven Winners as well, and these do really, really well. They are so pretty, guys. Also $13.48 and will be $7 on clearance. Again, just like the daisies I just showed you, these guys here just need to be cut back. You see that? You see the spent bloom? You see all the spent area here? Take it home, cut it back, and give this area a chance to come up so that they can bloom for you one more time. We're only in July, so the salvia should be able to give you one more set of blooms before they start waning. Next up, they have some Agapanthus. They have some Queen Mum. These are going to be $12.98, which means they're going to be $7 for a 2.5 quart. I have this in my yard. It does well. It's blooming right now, so I don't need to buy this. And I actually picked up another one I'm going to show you next, where they actually had a 1.5 gallon, another type of Agapanthus, so that was a steal. But these are looking nice and healthy, guys. I'm going to come in close. You're going to see it looks really, really nice. It has these really nice white and bluey purpley flowers, and the bees and the hummingbirds go nuts for them. They're a part sun plant, so I don't have them directly in the blazing sun. They're in the sun until around 1 o'clock, and they grow 18 to 24 inches, and they are hardy to zone 8. Here's that other Agapanthus I was mentioning. I can't remember the name right now, and the tag is not on it. It looks kind of rough though, but the one that I got was looking really, really nice. I think it's called something Moon. I'll put it on the screen when I get home, but this is not a bad price, not a bad deal for a 1.5 gallon or 2 gallon Agapanthus that's going to come back for you. So I definitely would recommend this plant if you're in zone 8. They've got some mountain snow pieris. Now I got these on clearance last year and they didn't do well. I don't plan to replace it because I felt it was kind of finicky. You know, sometimes some plants just don't get along with you, and this is just one of them. And it's not like I tried to buy them a bunch of times. I just bought them once, and I had bought 4. And I'm just not going to replace it. But if you're good with mountain snow pieris, Then check out your Lowe's to see if it's on clearance. This guy here is actually a shade plant, and it has these really nice white blooms in the spring. It's hardy to zone 4. So they only have 2 of them, and one is looking more rough than the other, but either way, it's still a steal if you're really good with the mountain snow pieris. This one is put out by the Southern Living Plant Collection. As usual, they have roses. Here we have a knockout rose. I have a coral knockout rose and a ruby red and a cherry red. This one here is going to be cherry red, and this is usually $25.98, which means you're really only paying $12 for that 2-gallon rose right here. And then they have that duet rose. This is the white iceberg and the brilliant pink iceberg, and this is like one plant, 2 roses on one plant, and these are, don't see the price here, but whatever the price is going to be $20-something, and it's going to be half off. The duet iceberg rose is hardy to -10, and it grows 5 feet by 3 to 4 feet wide. They've got some bright eyes phlox. I have the famous white-eyed phlox that does amazingly well. It's in full bloom in my yard, but this one is the bright eyes phlox. This is $7.98, which means it's going to be $4, and it has this really nice pink flowers. And it looks pretty good. Something's broken off, but all you have to do is just cut it off and put it in the part sun, and then bring it back into the full sun. Make sure you water it, and this plant should definitely do well. It's budded up, so you definitely, if I was supposed to buy this and I take it home, it's going to give me some really, really nice blooms, guys. Again, this is the Bright Eyes Phlox, which is hardy from zone 3. They've also put some ice plant on clearance. These ones here were just on the regular rack the other day, but I don't know what the story is, but this is going to be $13.48, which means it's going to be $7 in a 2-quart. This is a full sun ground cover, and these are the Orange Sunset, Ocean Sunset Orange Glow ice plant. I know someone who has this as a ground cover, and I know I say this all the time, but it looks really, really well in her yard, guys. They've got the Vision in Red Astilbe from Proven Winners. I got these on clearance. They're not doing that great, and it could be the fact that I put it in the ground. I think I put it in the ground like a month ago, and it's just been getting beat up. Even though it's in the morning sun to shade, it is really getting beat up by that sun, so I might have to move it. Hopefully it didn't die. But this is the Vision in Red Astilbe. It's a perennial, and it is going to end up being half off here at Lowe's. It's a shade plant that has this really, really nice reddy pink flower, and it's great in the shade garden, guys. This guy here only requires 1 to 3 hours of sun, and it is hardy to -30. They also have some cat's meow and nepeta. I got some of these the other day too. They do really, really well in my yard, and whenever they're on clearance, I try to grab a few. The cat's meow and nepeta is from Proven Winners, and it is hardy to -40. They don't look that bad. All you have to do, guys, is cut these guys back. They are going to be $13.48, which means they're going to end up being $7. Otherwise, guys, just a bunch of annuals. You got some impatiens down here, and they have some impatiens and some vincas right here. They've got some more of the impatiens right here, and then they have some calancho and a few not really good looking hanging baskets of begonias, guys. So that is what they have here on this clearance rack. Alright guys, that's it for me here at Lowe's. Let me know what you think. Let me know how your clearance shopping is going or your new plant shopping is going. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted in all my new videos. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.